The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's Peters. Pressure coming. It's complete to the left. Dances away again. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for space. It's Otis. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Using his legs, it's Otis. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Throwing right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly, and you get your eyes on the quarterback, and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, great in the interception.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Little touch pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On the run, it's Otis. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down coming up. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass, it's Brady. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Going up top on 1st down. Buying some time. Oh, ball's out. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's right on target. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Running back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Peters. Looking to the big tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They want to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and
The expressway is wide open. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Gators line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here comes the option. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Brady. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Looking deep down the right side. Ball in the air, intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Gators moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass. It's Brady. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quick release by the QB. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's back to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Scanning the field, it's Peters. Feeling some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll pull it down and run. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw it. Moving away from pressure. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got his man. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Gets it past the marker. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. And even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Looking for a man, it's Brady. They're bringing heat. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And they'll touch it dead at about the 40.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to big.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Makes the grab on the left. At the 20, he's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. This quarterback part of their running game.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of these plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quick catch on third down. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got room at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Otis.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Brady. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time that was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Ryan, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On second down, wants to throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Gators want to move quickly. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that pass picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field.
He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Short-term memory. Just forget. And the ball is intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
They'll give it to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cade. And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
And I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We might get a little bit of that there. You could take a knee. You could run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. right back up top on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good.
Lost one deep down the right side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
He lofts one down the sideline. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. Smashes through. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to. As he stopped at the 14. Offense set on first down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Looking down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Trying to bully their way in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying to barge their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Go straight ahead. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Trying to get to it. Catch in the middle. It's Uriset. Afterburner's coming. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass. It's back. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes his connection.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Complete to the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down. Now,
and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be...
Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Miller with the ball. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Wide out in motion. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Frazier. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll snap it from the 18 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Beck. Got his man down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Crosses the 45. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Milroe. Setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Makes the catch. It's Law. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Looking to go up top on first down. Skips away from pressure. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Can anyone catch it? They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. This guy can throw it. They're trying to get to it. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 4. They get through, and it's blocked. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years. And it's not just run, it's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long. Now you're set up to fail.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The corners are walked up tight. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he will take it in. Touchdown time. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Frazier. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, running back on the move. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Beck. Time to take a shot. Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The give is to Miller. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Calls his own number. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The offense coughs it up. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Frazier. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's back. Looking to scramble. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Dogs will hustle to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They're going to throw it again. Lets it go. Finds a man on the left. On the move at the 30. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide. Some of those wide receivers making some of these big plays down the field. This is a good sign for this offense.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. They'll run it. And they get to him just before he scores. Run out of bounds at the 1.
And here's the deal. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the... 13. Work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The back goes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Pulls and fired complete. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and falls incomplete.
Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Timeout is called by the... seconds remain in the football game. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got the back in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. With the ball spotted outside the 35, the holder will kneel and give his kicker a shot from 53 yards out and a chance to win. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. With the ball spotted outside the 35, the holder will kneel and give his kicker a shot from 53 yards out and a chance to win. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Razorbacks will put total weather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. Didn't find any crease in that kick. He'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. Power football with the run. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. The give to the single back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, South Carolina! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the offense on second down.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful.
And he intercepts it. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
To the air, it's Sellers. Pulls it in. Finds a little space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to pass on second down. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Floyd. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Fires and picked off. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the Razorbacks trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Floyd. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse.
He's going for the big play. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge game there.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. You're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Fires to the right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Bought a little time, lets it go.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Here's the handoff. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over.
Is incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To throw, it's Green. Trying to get to it. Dances away from the heat. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. We make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. With the catch, it's Anthony. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's going to pass. Picked off. Looking for more room. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Green. Dances away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Buys a little time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on third down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many deep.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Makes the catch. It's James. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four-down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, looking to pass. Coming after it. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Got some room to run. The 40, at the 30, the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it up? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
He'll bring it out. It's Floyd. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to find his man on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Steps away to find some room. Complete downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Steps away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Green. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback will audible. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. Looking to throw, it's Green. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. At the 35, he's got room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line. When you're trailing, you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. Now on 2nd down. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Going up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. It's complete. And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the first down. Back to pass, it's Green. Extending the play. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
When you dream of these scenarios, you never think the touchdown comes with 28 seconds left. It's always 3, 2, 1. Horn, gun, ball game, and they got it done.
And that is heartbreaking for the defense as well, guys. They needed one stop. One big stop at a critical juncture of the game, and I know for them moving forward, that's a play they're not going to soon forget.
No, in ways I could have executed a little bit better, but the offense ain't feeling that way. They're feeling really good about putting that drive together when it mattered most and getting the ball in the end zone.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Quick strike complete. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Miller with the ball. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying play action. Looking left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy? Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. a 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Quarterback checking the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
To the air on 1st down. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. This offense has a 2nd down play.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
On the run, it's Etienne. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out! The 20. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That changes the sequence. Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the game score.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hogs on both sides of the ball. Interception on the 1st drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close, What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Looking for a deep man. Brings it down on the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touch.
And that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And stampeding through the defense. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Georgia going up tempo.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Etienne. Fighting off the defender. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback checking off. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. A first down run on the doorstep. Snowed under by the defense. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Bernard. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. Thought he had it and couldn't get him through the uprights. He missed it. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking downfield, it's back. Getting some heat. Bounced off his feet. Georgia comes quickly to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They want to get this defense on its heels. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. A lot of urgency for this offense. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's back. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
A lot of lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Back to pass, it's Milroe. Quarterback adapting. Going to try to get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dialing up a second down pass play. Safe completion on the screen. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. This is Georgia 7, Alabama 6.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they can't make the play on third down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's back. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Georgia going up tempo. Wide out in motion. Out of the shotgun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lovett. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The give as they work on that clock. How about those sweet Nose-like moves as he gets to the 38.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Movement here from the tight end. Looking to throw on second down. Feeling some heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in two gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. On the run, it's Etienne. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Running back searching for a hole. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was...
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Productive play on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Dogs are in the hurry-up.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Throws to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but rode your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
The offense set for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Williams. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second along from the 21. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
I don't bring more speed on the field if I don't think it's a pass, right? If I think they're going to line up and hit me in the mouth, I'm going to bring more big guys. They brought more speed on the field. They went nickel. They knew it was a passing situation. They told those pass rushers to hunt, those DBs to cover. The defense was ready for that.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Not much of a decision to make. There's the defense will move him back. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for